Come closer. Can you, okay, close. Can you see yourself?
Yeah.
What is your name?
Roger Panta.
What do you do?
I'm a producer and I have a marketing company too as well out of Miami.
Producer. You produce fashion show, or you produce
I
what do you?
produce events, I do marketing analysis, and then I bring them to full production in one of the highest platforms in South Florida, the Winterfest Boat Parade, Fort Lauderdale International Boat Show, to name a few.
To be a producer requires a lot of talents. You need to work with sponsors. You need to work with the people who are organizing, producing stuff, and you have to have a creative mind to have everything in your mind put together. What is the most important part of being a producer? What you think?
If you don't have a solid team, you're not gonna go anywhere. You need to have a solid team that's loyal, but you also gotta treat them right. You gotta make that team cohesive in order for everything to work. Obviously, the sponsors and everyone, it's also which actually joins together to bring those sponsors in. If you don't have that solid team, you're not gonna bring in the most revenues in, which is your sponsors. And your designers need to be happy. And it all stems, once again, from your team.
I've been covering Art Hearts for quite a while, and every time I come to Eric's show, he gets better and better. He does some changes. What do you think he should do next time to go to the next level? So people who choose between, let's say, Spring Studios and Industria choose to come here over the Spring Studios.
He's getting innovative with the locations where he's at. For example, this church is absolutely...
It's not a church, it's a synagogue.
It's a synagogue, excuse me. Well, it's a place of worship, so it becomes a church if you think about it. But honestly, he needs to elevate, as he's been doing, the location. That's what's going to draw. It's the most honest location. For example, maybe the public library next time. Up the level of the location in the most innovative way, because that's what's going to make the difference between as an entire production.
Style and couture, couture used to have, remember, Crown Hotel, which beautiful location, and Style always have big locations, but they are nowhere near what Art Heart does. Even though with a smaller and simpler setup, he managed to attract interesting designers and produce better show. Maybe you're right, the team really matters. Style, they change the team all the time, and Eric has pretty much the same people year after year. What about producing fashion comedy? Have you ever done fashion comedy?
That's a new concept, and in reality, that is actually very innovative. And no, I have not been to a fashion comedy.
Okay. Maybe if you watch my channel, you will see a little bit. If you watch my channel, maybe you will see more fashion comedy. I play Mr. Great, and Mr. Great, it's a parody. So I speak like Donald Trump, very narcissistic, and partially it's a Borat from Kazakhstan. So I have heavy Russian accent, and if you know Kevin O'Leary from Shark Tank, it's kind of he's Mr. Wonderful and I'm Mr. Great. Fashion show. So it's a fashion parody, fashion jokes.
So when you do the fashion parodies, and you're saying you're taking a character in, are you characterizing them in their fashion or in their politics?
Both. I make fun of politics and I make fun of fashion. I think we should not take ourselves very much serious. Too much. Girls sometimes on the runway, they look so glamorous, so beautiful, but inside out they're humans and they have emotions, and that's what the empathy and sympathy. That's what connects the designer with their buyers. So if you want a connection with the buyers, look at Madeline. Madeline, she just walked the show, right?
Correct.
She. I would say disabled person, but she connects with everybody. The audience goes ballistic when she walks. She got 1 million followers. And what does she do? She engaged them, right? She produced sympathy. She produced empathy. And other models also have that. But I think fashion is art, and comedy and parody is art, and those things could come together.
You hit it in every single point. Let me add something else too. Fashion goes beyond that, and you're right, it attracts the masses. But the masses in a different that is actually coming in a complete fashion level. That fashion level is not necessarily what the next style and the next in. It's the unity that you can actually form to bring them together, that cohesion. And fashion is an image, which means you could be at a convention center, and even the colors would influence. And that all stems out from all these wonderful creative people, from the designers to the editors to the magazines, to bring in a flow in the dynamics that will bring everybody to feel that they're part of it. Hence, while you see in every run show, you're seeing different types of models, from 60 all the way to different sizes. No longer do you see the same
I've
commonality.
seen 80, 90-year-old models.
But you don't see the same commonality anymore. You see the diversity that's coming in. So that's another aspect also that art fashion brings as well. You actually hit it on that. He actually has kept himself not only with a pace, but reinventing the things that are supposedly taboo.
What is your Instagram? How people can look you up?
At Roger Panta or Panta Interactive.
Guys, check it out. You might have some cool pictures there.